with Hawk, I am very happy.
All right, guys, go ahead and shake hands if you're going to. Get into the booth, and let's kick it back to Nick and Dan over at the caster's desk.
With Huck, I am very happy too, Tasteless.
I think this is going to be a good match. MarineKing has a very unique play style. He's known for base trade scenarios, I think more so than anybody else we can really think of here. Actually in StarCraft 2, even, not just Korean esports or at MLG or anything. He makes exciting games.
And he's one of the scariest players. Even though he's not winning championships, he is one of the guys that always gets deep, and that's for a good reason. This guy can multitask like a madman. His TVP is extremely scary, Tasteless.
He's solid, and I don't know who I would say is the favorite here. I think at this point in time, we're really thinning out the playing field, and we're going to have to just wait and see who's going to win this. I don't really have any predictions for this specific round. Looks like the game is ready. It's now loading, which means we got to get ready for a very exciting Protoss versus Terran here at MLG. Huck against MarineKingPrime. Let's make some noise, guys. And it looks like MarineKing's computer is still loading. I thought I timed out that outro pretty well.
You did, actually. The bar was full. I don't know what's going on. It's too bad. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
Something about technology and vehicles
of esports. Something like that. Sounds familiar. And, okay, now we're in the game, so we go and throw that up on screen. All right. Over here in the upper left, one of the most popular Terrans inside Korea and outside Korea, wishing his friend good luck, have fun, and GG. Give it up for MarineKing. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, our Protoss player, debatably the best foreign Protoss out there, maybe the best Protoss out there right now, based off of his record as of late. Give it up for Huck.
Well, Tasteless, this is going to be so exciting. Antigua Shipyard is a great map, and we see these two sending each other all sorts of googly eyes.
These are all Korean emoticons. This actually here is what people used to do in StarCraft 1 to spam your screen, actually, so you couldn't see when you were playing.
That's right. Nice little dance going on by Huck. He's not waiting to get any units in / a dance. He's just going to do it now with his text.
So in this version of Antigua Shipyard, it is actually, you always start in opposite starting locations. So that means there's only 2 starting locations, 2 spawn points, if you will. So you always know exactly where your opponent is going to be.
We don't even have to commentate.
I know,
just watch
these guys are actually doing
it
for us. ZZZ, actually the equivalent of a ha 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 in Korean.
Well, quite a personality on these two, and Huck actually opening up with a really cool build here. Looks like he's going to go for a 1 gateway Nexus with no gas whatsoever. Definitely not a build we see very often.
It's sort of like Sase's build, but not quite. Sase getting the gas and the cybernetics core and then the Nexus. Oh, I would love to see a dance-off, actually, with MarineKing against Alive.
Yeah, that would actually be quite awesome, wouldn't it? Well, Huck beginning to tech up now. In the meantime, MarineKing just going to go for a 1 barracks expansion.
And it looks like now the Marines are coming down, the Marine, is coming down the ramp here. And we're going to have a very quick expand here from MarineKing. Not actually unusual for a player like MarineKing.
Yeah. What is unusual, though, is how much these two are talking. This is actually becoming a mind game that they are both trying to keep up with while they get more and more tasks that they have to do.
They actually have to juggle very important tasks right now. So occasionally we do see this, normally not in a tournament, but in a ladder game where you start trying to chat your opponent up because they feel inclined to respond.
Yeah.
And not everybody can type and play, and it looks like perhaps they're both now backing off as their APM required, actions per minute required, to juggle the tasks necessary is really starting to pick up.
That's right. Marine King adding a few barracks on. Looks like he's going to do a lot of Marines right now with not a lot of gas. In fact, no geysers up quite yet. And we do have Huk just kind of sitting on one gate so far. But if he just sits on one gate and we have non-stop Marines from Marine King, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to Huk.
All right, controlling the Zelnaga watchtower over here is Huk. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of scouting here from Marine King. And I don't know. So far, no gases from Marine King, and this is something that I think is very specific to his style. As you can see, late gases now, but always getting a lot of barracks out. He actually stays true to the nickname that he was given, which ultimately is where he got his ID from, which was, to be the king of Marines. And of course, that's all you can make if you don't have any gas.
That's right, those SCVs, man. This is a very powerful build because you power up, you get a lot of barracks, you get a lot of mineral income, and then you can easily grab a bunch of gas all at once, as you do have 2 bases.
The SCV get in? Nice denial there by Huk. And, little things like that, they might not seem like a big deal, but, since intel is really everything here, it actually means quite a bit.
Well, right now we do have a lot of gateways on the way for Huk. Looks like he wants to go for a 7-gateway attack. And this is going to be actually pretty crazy, Tasteless. It's going to be very, very difficult to stop. But Marine King with 4 barracks has a ton of Marines and continues to make more.
Orbital complete over here. And I'm really curious actually to see when the next expansion is going to be here from Marine King. They're pretty far apart, as you guys can see. And I believe we're actually just going to see some very early aggression here. That's exactly what we're going to see. He chrono boosted all the warp gates, which means he gets to reload he gets to make another set of units more quickly. So he's now going to warp that all in over here. And, frankly, all of this will come down to the force fields and Marine King's ability to crisis manage.
Yeah, we're going to have to see Guardian Shield as well. There's a lot of Marines, but no bunkers right now. Marine King does have 24 Marines against 6 Zealots, 7 Sentries. We're going to have to see, can Huk break through here? Here he goes, going up that ramp. A Guardian Shield going up. Nice force fields right there, but I don't know if he has enough damage here. Marine King just walking right forward. If he can take out these Sentries, Huk is going to be greatly behind.
Actually, I don't think those force fields could have been any better. Now Stalker's coming up the ramp, and Marine King is in a lot of trouble, retreating, but Huk says no, denying it at the ramp.
Beautiful play by Huk here. He may be able to get a lot of SCVs. As long as he keeps force field on that ramp, there is not going to be any problem destroying this expansion. A great rush by Huk. Beautiful force field, cutting off the SCV retreat path once again.
The command center getting lower and lower here. He needs to get it back in there. Getting into the red momentarily here. And it looks like it will escape just in time, but this is a huge blow to Marine King.
Yeah.
He's now trapped inside of his base.
Well, the damage has been done, Tasteless, and in fact, Huk continues to rally out more units. He may be going in for a kill here momentarily. The wall-in is not complete, so those Zealots are going to be really dangerous. Here we go. He's going to go ahead and, look at that. A Ghost already EMPing, and he may be able to hold this off because of that EMP.
I think he needs to turn around. I don't believe this is going to be good for him here, and he does, in fact, drive Huk out.
Marine King right now being very, very clever. He's getting cloaking for his Ghosts, and that is just because he knows that this is a massive gateway timing, and there's no way that Huk has observers. He's very right. A Twilight Council is coming up, and Huk is going to have a hard time against anything cloaked right now.
All right, the command center getting very low. He's trying to just snipe it down. It's an I wanted to say when I started to see him shoot that, I was like, I wonder if he's going to lose that, and I thought, no, Marine King will get SCVs over there in time, but apparently not. I don't think Marine King even thought that he would actually chase that down as quickly as he did, and now not only is Marine King behind, but he's essentially crippled economically in this game. And I don't know, he's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat if he wants to come back in a situation like this.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for him. He's even canceled Cloak now, knowing that this would not end up working. Oh my God, Huk taking another base. A beautiful idea by Huk. Also getting some blink to stop any incoming drops. He is just looking fantastic.
All right, Marine King moving out. He may, as he gets across the map, load those that medevac rather up and drop in locations like here try to do something. It won't be anything dramatic or incredibly impactful, but it'll be something to try to at least let him play a little bit of catch-up.
That's right. Well, we do have Marine King coming across the map, but I think Huck has way too many units. In fact, I know he does. Off those 7 gates, he has been warping units nonstop. A lot of Stalkers, a lot of Zealots. Doesn't matter how good this EMP is, I think Huck will be able to hold this quite easily.
All right, this Marine, scouting Marine. And here's the Ghost down here, as you can see, over in this location. Excuse me, at the bottom of the screen. We're really going to want to watch for this EMP because the EMP, of course, destroys the shields on the Protoss' units. But Huck seems to have a pretty good oh, actually, Huck just says he's going to go for it. All right, here we go.
It does have Blink now, so he can't chase his
EMP.
army down.
Oh!
Beautiful Blink by Huck going up, trying to catch his army. The Zealots stuck behind a little bit, but Huck does not even care. He has way too many Stalkers right now. Beautiful target firing. And with those Zealots, he will push back the army of Marine King. His supply now double that of the Terran.
This is pretty scary, and that's it. Okay.
Wow.
GG.
Wow. I got some nerd chills tasteless. Huck is up 1-0.
He played so well.
If he wins one more game, he goes to the winner bracket final.
I know. What an exciting game. I can't wait to see game number 2. And speaking of that, we're going to get to game number 2 right after this short commercial break. See you soon.